Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your Fanatics Call In, your daily show. I'm your host Khalid Mohidin, and as you can see on the screen, I've got Aditya with me and Abai. I'm really excited about this particular show. As per usual, don't get to see you guys all week, and then bam, on a Friday evening, I get to talk to you. And we've got Aditya right here with a fresh new hairdo, looking really fresh. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
Thank
morning.
you.
How's it going?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course, I forgot about you. Actually, the morning. So let's get into this one because wasn't one of the best. I would say, particularly with regards to South Africans. It wasn't the best of weeks. I've made the title, as you can see. The title is "Which South Africans will be remaining or will be the last one standing by the end of this particular tournament. Who will make the playoffs? Basically, that is what the show is about today.
Yeah,
Because all I want to know is which players can come sooner back to domestic cricket and play for their franchise games. That's all I'm worried about. So,
Oh,
so from your perspective, guys, let's just start with the South African performances. Aditya, take it away, brother. You always give us a great update.
enlighten us.
Okay. Okay. So we'll talk about the game that just concluded right now between Kings 11 Punjab and the Rajasthan Royals, in which Punjab scored 185 for 4 in 20 overs, with the universe boss Chris Gale making 99 of 63. Through the course of that innings, he hit an incredible milestone of 1,000 sixes in T20 cricket. The next best is
Incredible.
Kyron Pollard at 690. So you can tell the difference. But unfortunately for the boss, he had to be on the losing side today because Rajasthan Royals just took it home. Ben Stokes gave them a flying start, scoring 50 of 26 balls, and then Sanju Samson and Steve Smith took them home, and they won within inside of 18 overs. So
Hmm.
brilliant batting performance from them. But since we're talking about the South Africans, yesterday was a good day for the South Africans, particularly Lungi and Giri. So yesterday was the KKR versus CSK game, in which KKR scored 172 in 20 overs, and Lungi Ngidi, 4 overs, 37 runs, 2 wickets. Fantastic performance. He's coming back after a gap of almost, I think, 9 games. So it was a wonderful performance on his return. And CSK, incredibly, despite the uh, despite the flailing batting lineup, they took it home. Ruturaj Gaikwad, young Indian batsman, scored a wonderful 72. And then in the last 2 overs, when they had to score 30 runs, Ravindra Jadeja took them home and they won with a bold to spare. Fantastic, fantastic performance there. And finally, Andrik Nokia was perhaps the lone shining star for the Delhi Capitals in their game with the Sunrisers Hyderabad, who just took them to the cleaners, scoring 219, the second highest total of this IPL, I think, in 20 overs, and scored it in Abu Dhabi. One would expect these sort of scores in Sharjah, but this time they showed it in Abu Dhabi. And it was a fantastic batting performance. Ridhiman Shah scoring 87, and David Warner scoring 68, I think. And
6-6.
the Delhi, yeah, 66,
Sorry.
and the
This
Delhi
guy,
Capitals
all about the numbers.
and the Delhi Capitals, unfortunately, were not able to get even close. Scotland, they were all out for about 131. So all in all, an interesting week of cricket. But I think Lungi Ngiri and Andrik Nokia being the standout South Africans.
Yeah, and it's something that we are going to become. We're going to get used to that. Actually, we have to get used to that because I mean, with regards to Lungingidi, we thought that he's going to play a lot more games. I mean, obviously, he takes a little bit slower to start than others. He needs
Yeah.
to. Lungi is all about momentum for me. When he gets into that role, he's unstoppable. He's more of a guy that I feel takes a while to get going, but once he does get going, he is really dangerous. Obviously, we know about Andrich Nokia. Funny story, actually. I got a call in the week from a journalist from the Indian Express, and
Okay.
he wanted to ask me about Yeah, he wanted to ask about Andrich Nokia because he watched the interview that I had with Andrich Nokia on the On Lockdown series. You guys can go check that out, obviously in the playlist. But he told me that he really enjoyed that interview and he just wants to know if he can speak to me about Andrich, and I had to give him some background about Andrich and things like that. But he quoted me. And I didn't know that he was going to, but okay, he did. So at least he didn't misquote me. But he basically, I remember that game obviously against the first time I saw Nokia bowl, man. And obviously, okay, I saw him in the blitz in the blitz net sessions, etc. But and he was also playing obviously domestic cricket, but he was going under the, not, I wouldn't say going under the radar, but he struggled to actually make a name for himself until that first Mzansi Super League in 2018. There was a particular over he bowled to AB, and AB was struggling to see the ball. I think the first ball he tried to play, he went against his pads and he took a leg by, and then I think that then he obviously took one leg by, and then he obviously had to bowl to another batsman. But then when he came back on strike again, I think he tried to pull shot him, and it took a massive top edge, but he didn't get the wicket of AB. But you could see that AB was struggling to measure him, and it's not often that AB needs to take time or to see a bowler, and that's when you know someone has serious pace. Now, obviously, Andrich never lasted very long in that tournament. He got injured, and then he was replaced by Nandre Berger. So it was a tough one for everybody because he just started off that tournament beautifully. He was bowling at quickly 150 plus, and he was looking very very lethal. 154. I think he reached up to 156. I think in that 154 and 156 in that tournament. I can't remember exactly how fast he was bowling in that tournament, but it was incredible. So it's also something that we've always wanted to see because after Dale Steyn, you just want to know who the next best guy is or the next best guy is. So it's quite interesting. But Abai, do you want to say something on that?
As the saying goes, when you know, right? So I think, yeah, the first time I saw Nokia took, I think it was 8 wickets in 3 games before he got injured. And by that time, I kind of had a feeling that, yes, this guy has the talent. And I think we're going to see him playing for the Proteas in the not too distant future. And to be honest, I think that the MSL itself, that helped push him forward. And now he's done pretty well in Test cricket, and he's created an even bigger impact in the IPL now.
So let's talk about who's going to be the first South African that's going to be leaving the IPL, obviously because of being knocked out by his team.
Wait,
I would.
oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
What's up?
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you are lagging a little bit, but it's all right. So with regards to that, Aditya,
Yeah.
what date is the playoffs? The first playoff game?
So I think it should be sometime next week.
Okay.
I'm not
Let me
sure
just
of
pull
the
it up
exact date.
quickly. I think the first one of the year, according to the stat, is 5th of November. Okay, so that is quite soon. Obviously, the 4-day games will be going. But when will we possibly know that CSK is eliminated?
Oh, they're already eliminated.
They're already out.
So they're already eliminated.
Yes.
Can Faf du Plessis leave at this point, or does he still have to stick around?
I think
I
one
think
more
he
game
has to
remaining.
stick around
So,
for that one game. We don't know. See, he didn't play the last game, so we don't know if he's going to play that
Yeah.
next game either. But I think the larger question is, what are the biosecure arrangements for
Yes.
domestic teams? Because see, Faf du Plessis has been in a biosecure bubble for over a month and a half now, and I'm sure it's exhausting. So whether he wants to be in another biosecure bubble for a period of time, and I think he's also signed up to play the Lankan Premier League, the LPL.
no, he pulled out. He
He
signed
pulled
up,
out
but
of
then
that.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Cool. So
Um,
I mean, he is in the Titan squad. So I'm hoping that obviously when he comes, he won't play in the opening game, obviously not, but at least he'll play maybe in the 3rd round or so. I think he'll probably play, and I'm hoping that he does because the experience that he'll give other guys is going to be amazing. So Faf will probably be the first South African back with Lungi and Imran Tahir. I didn't see Imran Tahir in any of the 4-day squads, of course, obviously because he's only going to be playing T20 cricket.
Yeah, he's
But
playing the Big
and
Bash for Melbourne
yeah, and he's playing the
Renegades.
Big Bash, etc. So he won't obviously come back. But I mean, obviously Lungi. I don't know. I'm saying the obvious over here because maybe some guys might not know. But with regards to that, Faf and Lungi looking like they're going to come back first. Obviously, it looks like obviously Quinton de Kock is already qualified.
Yeah.
Mumbai Indians already qualified. It's going to be obviously now a shootout. According to the log over here, it's obviously going to be a shootout at the top between a couple of teams. Actually,
So 6
there are
teams competing for
there's
3
still 6 teams
spots.
that can be in the playoffs. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
3 teams battling for one, going trying to go for one particular spot is going to be insane into the season. So we'll have to see. I mean, looks like AB and AB will probably. AB's not going to play obviously in 4-day cricket. He's not in the squads, but someone like Chris Morris. I didn't look at the squads to see if Chris Morris is in the Titans side. I don't think he is. So I don't think anybody from that perspective in the Rajasthan in the Raw Challengers Bangalore team is going to be playing any 4-day cricket in South Africa. So we can rule them all out. The next thing I would obviously be the KG and Anrich Nokia. Huddersfield Yoon would probably be playing. I don't know if he's going to be put his name in the
That's
hat
right.
with regards to that, because obviously with Colpacks and stuff, that those
I
things
think
have
he
been
did play a
cancelled.
full
So
season for the Titans, didn't he? Last season.
yeah, he did. I don't think he played a complete season, if I
Probably
remember
partial
correctly. But
season.
you'll know the stats. You're the stats guy, so you'll know that. Yeah, so we've basically spoken about that, and that's mainly what I wanted to speak about today, is just to see how the log is obviously turning out. Aditya, I think that most people would say that Mumbai will probably win it again, but you never know when it gets to the playoff round. Who do you think can, as an outside, not an outside chance? I think all the teams have a chance to win it, but most likely, with regards to making the playoffs, who do you think is going to fall out with regards to that?
You mean who's not going to make the playoffs? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, for the playoffs, who do you think is going to be the team out of KKR, Rajasthan Royals, Kings 11,
Punjab.
Punjab? Who do you
I
think?
think
Who do you think is going to fall out, or do you think they're going to qualify?
yes. I think Punjab is going to qualify, and of course we have Mumbai who's already qualified, and I think Delhi and RCB will make it as well.
That's going to be an interesting one. So we've got Mumbai Indians, obviously. I mean, that's going to probably be the most interesting thing, is if they can do it again. They have the players to be able to do it, but I think that there has to be some time that RCB wins it. Do you think that RCB can? Do you think they have enough?
I think this is RCB's best opportunity to do it. You know, RCB, in my view, as we discussed earlier in the show, I feel like they're probably the most disadvantaged team in the IPL, despite having some gun players in their ranks. But I say they're disadvantaged is because they're playing on the flattest wicket in India and on the smallest ground in India. And, it doesn't give them the sort of distinct home advantage that perhaps Chennai might have, or that the Rajasthan Royals might have in Jaipur. So they can never really build a squad that is specific to Bangalore conditions. You look at Chennai, for example, out of 7 games, in most seasons, they win at least 6. I think they had a record. They had a record of having like some 20 odd games that they won in Chennai consecutively, something like that. But Bangalore has never had that. It's always been like a mixed bag for them. So I think this time with bigger grounds and surfaces that are a bit more challenging, this is, in my view, this is their best opportunity. And after 2 losses back to back, I hope that they can find some new momentum and get on with it.
And you back your side 100% to buy. You backing your side all the way this year.
Yes, I'm hoping RCB can do it this year. In fact, I think this is a relatively more balanced side compared to last year, 2 years ago. So I'm going to remain quietly optimistic. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys know and everybody out there that this is obviously gonna be a lot shorter show. I mean, because I need to go. We need to. Abai knows we have a hectic weekend this weekend, obviously, with regards to getting the magazine ready for Monday's launch. Um, and it's obviously it's going to be Aditya's debut in the magazine as well. Even though we did publish him on the site, it's going to be his first article will obviously be that we're going to be putting that article within the magazine as well. So I'm really excited for you for that point of view.
Wait,
and
what did you write about? You don't have
no,
to tell me
you have
everything,
to
but just
download the magazine. You have to download the magazine to find out. That's what it is here for. Like, the link is on the screen, guys. So if you want to find out what Aditya wrote about, the link is on the screen, and you can download the magazine in the description as well. You must catch, obviously, Abai has also some amazing crosswords that he does, etc. He's always trying to contribute as best as possible and come up with new ideas. So thanks a lot, Abai, from your part. And
anytime.
yeah, so to everybody else out there, I mean, obviously, thanks you, Aditya, for tuning in. Obviously, Abai, thank you for tuning in. To the guys out there that haven't subscribed yet and you are still watching all our videos and not subscribing, 54% of you are doing, 49% of you are doing so. So please click subscribe right now. Click that notification bell for all future videos. And of course, don't forget to download the magazine, as I said already. We got a very interesting one. It's all about the fresh new season and the fresh new start in South African cricket. And yeah, that's what the issue is going to be about. And I hope you guys really enjoy this issue. We've got a couple of exclusive interviews that I've done with regards to Nande Berger, Yanaman Malanje, Jonathan Bird, that is on the site in exclusive interviews. The exclusive interviews playlist on the channel. Go have a look at that too, because I've said some interesting things, especially Yanaman, what he said about batting with Quinn de Kock, which was something interesting. So guys, go check that out. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in, and I hope you guys we'll see you guys again on Sunday. I'm hoping that you guys will be there too, and yeah, I'll see you guys again very soon. Thanks, guys, and take
Have a
care.
good one.
Thank you. Cheers, bro.